Hey, I'm Sofiya Laurent. Thanks for clicking on this video. Your time is quite precious, so I appreciate you choosing to spend time with me, despite me probably being a stranger to you. So I'm gonna keep it as organized as possible. Thanks for being here. I will start by saying that my reasons for making music are selfish. I think most things that we do in life are quite selfish, right? You do stuff to make yourself feel better. It's all about, satisfying whatever the thing that you grew up not being satisfied with, right? You're constantly just trying to scratch that itch. So with that in mind, I want to speak about significance a little bit. Because I think all of us want to feel significant. Not necessarily in a, grand, big world stage kind of way, but just you want to feel like you matter. I think sometimes experiences in our childhood and in life, they can have an effect on us, and the meaning that we take away from it is that we don't matter. So we try to find little things and hobbies where we feel like we are special. I moved back and forth between Ukraine and America. I struggled to make friends, or I struggled to maintain connections, right? Because once you just leave to a different country, especially back in the day, it's like, what are you gonna spend $100 to keep talking to your friend from school? At the same time, my parents, they're immigrants, right? Majority of the time, I was alone at home. Luckily, CPS never took me away. But I think that's the reality of many children that grow up in immigrant homes, is that you kind of figure what you need to do because your parents are working. You do stuff on your own, and when you participate in activities in school, other kids and their parents come, and you're like, and at the same time, I have a father who to this day, he struggles with alcohol. It's just like a thing in Ukraine. I think in many cultures, alcohol is so prevalent and it causes a lot of pain. So I always went to music. Music was my escape. That's the selfish nature, right? To heal, it was a place where I could have power and control. I could create my own little worlds within each song. A while back, I watched a video. I forgot the guy's name, but I will put it in the description. You talked about how sometimes when we are experiencing an emotion and somebody kind of interrupts it, it creates this, blockage.
Unprocessed emotions don't stay isolated. They start pulling other systems into the payment plan. They're going to get co-signers on the loans. They need more payment. So your relationships become debt servicing arrangements. Your career becomes a distraction strategy. And what of all the habits that you have?
You need to find ways to transmute it so you learn to let go of things. And I think for me, that's songwriting and music. It's a place where I can show my best and my worst side and be like, I love all of that. Because, none of us are perfect, right? And it's weird because this is where I found my own specialty, my own significance. But at the same time, the way I lived my life, I gave my power away because I kept looking to other people like, am I living right? Am I doing things correctly, right? It's always like, who is living life right? How can I do that? How can I be better? It's so funny because I would consistently compromise my own values for the sake of connection, paralyzing myself, right? Neither that way or this way. I can trace it back, when I first started middle school in America, I would watch TV shows, kind of movies just to connect to people, right? It starts small. Looking back, I'm like, damn, I mistook company for genuine connection. I neglected to see the power that I have in my own life. It's the irony, right, of life. It's like you're trying to test waters but also figure out what is the correct waters I have to test. But the only way to find out is it's gonna look embarrassing. right? So with all of that, because connection was up there for me, at the same time, think about it, connection is very important, because when you connect with someone, you feel significant, because you matter to someone. You are in their life, they're in your life, right? So with that, I didn't try. I would say I didn't try, quote unquote, make it to do stuff in music. Looking back, I'm like, I did not practice nearly enough. It took me to observe some people in the business side, the hours that they spent as entrepreneurs, to be like, damn, I didn't do shit. Who am I to effing complain about not getting the results from the work I didn't do, you know? And here I am complaining, right? I did try, like, a little bit, right? Because you gotta throw something. For me, that was with my Christmas song. I thought that was gonna be my end all be all. Like, great, just gonna see from me putting this one song out or two songs, people are gonna see this talent that I have, the skills that I did not, how can, looking back, like, how can people see the skills you have if you haven't even showcased it, right? You gotta first take the action with the belief that, hey, you're doing something that matters to yourself first. I thought that song was gonna save me. Who doesn't love Christmas? Who doesn't love Christmas season? And it's not really about me, because everybody enjoys that time. And so I was like, well, in time for Christmas, I made a wish. Santa heard me, put you on his list. In time for Christmas, bring your love on home, and miracles do happen after all. It's beautiful. I had a teacher who actually helped me produce and record all this stuff, and I was like, man, this is Mariah Carey level. I was like, yeah, this is gonna get me out of my situation at home and prove to people that I thought didn't like me. Prove to them I made it, right? If you look at any major artist, or really any successful artist, look how much they put out, effort and time. Now, why am I still going? I'm 29, old, right? But also, I used the excuse in the past where I was like, well, I didn't have enough money, I didn't have this, I don't have the resources, I don't have the connections. I had used that as an excuse to not put music out. I used my own insecurities. It's like, I thought I was ugly, all this stuff. I didn't have the look. I still don't have the look, but I have the music, right? So like, as the time keeps going, new excuses are gonna come, Like, then I was too young, now I'm gonna be too old. And then I'm gonna turn 80 on my deathbed. Like, what did I do with my life, So I'm still going because that's what I do. You just get up and keep going. It's just hardwired into me. I think once you decide that something is a part of your identity, and I want to encourage you, you can decide what is part of your identity. Truly you can. Just take some time to reframe it in your mindset. And something in me just says, I will get up no matter how much I fall. I'm going to get up. And so I keep writing. Because that's a gift that God gave me. And to be honest, I don't know why he gave me this gift, because some of the stuff that I write, I'm like, damn, this is some great work. Like, I will look at the melody and analyze it after I've written it, and all the lyrics, all the stuff, and the storylines. And I'm like, this is beautiful. And then looking at the hundreds of hours I spent, even on that one Christmas song, to have like no financial security, nothing. I mean, like, musicians, right? Artists don't go into music for money, right? But it's like, when you are dead broke and you're like, man, does anybody even see the value of it? Like, is it providing value to someone? Not that like you're asking in a selfish way, like, hey, I want you to see value in this thing because I see value in it. But like, truly you're asking, is there value of it for someone else? Because I'm creating all this, and then, you do put all this work into stuff, you don't do it just so you can selfishly enjoy it. You do it so you can share it with others, right? Anything and everything that we do, when we do it with someone else, and when we share experiences with people, it makes that much more special. But I will say this, I've been discouraged like never before with my own mind, because frankly the scene has shifted so much, and it feels like I'm constantly playing catch up. I'm like, wait a minute, I just learned this, I have to do this, and it's like, what the heck? But I keep writing about things I see, I observe, the life I live, despite how small it may seem. Now, I don't know if it provides you any inspiration. I mean, how could it? I'm not living in a mansion. I don't have $1 to my name. So it's like, to me, the only thing that like gives me inspiration about someone is their ability to keep going. I'm like, damn. I don't know what purpose I have here, because like some of the things that runs through my mind as I'm making music, I'm like, sugar honey iced tea. I'm trying not to curse. Like, how can I support my mom, my family? I don't even forget about having a partner. I wasted years, right, trying to build connection. I wasted love on relationships. The kind of love that, that honestly you can only give that to God. Really, it was just disrespectful to God. Like, hey, I was worshiping someone else when I should have given that love to you first, right, to God. But when you're financially strapped and God's like, here, keep writing music because that's what you do, I'm like, how is this gonna get me out of this situation? You know? It's just like, great, I'm flat broke, can't help my mom, but you gave me an idea for a song. I love that. And maybe 1 or 2 people are gonna listen to it, and I can look at it and be like, oh, cool, that was, wow. Anyway, back to reality, I want to close this off by giving you some hope, whoever's still watching on this side. No matter what field you work in, I hope you explore your creativity. I hope you don't stop doing whatever lights you up, whatever brings that child in you. The reason I'm saying that, because it's what I would have wanted to hear. And I know, like, I don't have the right packaging, whatever. I don't have the look, but you will get the truth from me. At least what I've learned. You will get straight up honesty from me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I will always write beautiful things in my songs, and I'm appreciating it to see, like, exploring, my light side and my shadow side. I like to think that I write songs that are like, it's a blend of like horror homicide stuff and then some Disney, because I believe in magic. I really do. Just whatever you're doing, don't stop, no matter how long it takes, no matter how bleak things may be. And this is speaking from someone who's just realizing how much time I wasted not trying, not doing. I will say this, in this moment, the one thing that is helping me find some sort of solace, some sort of comfort, is reading the Bible. I've been reading Book of Job. If you're a non-believer or if you follow other religions, just read the Book of Job as a storyline. That man went through some horrible stuff, and you're like, man, the Bible really explores all of the emotions of humanity. It doesn't hide anything. It's so raw and so honest, and it's like, oh, you feel like shit? Me too. It makes you feel like you're not alone. Go read a little bit of the Bible, or even just find some quotes and keep holding on to hope and just taking step by step. I love you. Okay.